They went,
So mad about that.
but they got to go and they got to have fun. And I'm glad that my freshman kids got to go and experience that. I'm proud of them. So I'll let you know on some stuff. So let's see, where should I start? I honestly didn't plan this. To be honest, I planned like maybe a quarter of my videos. I planned them. Other than that, I'm just chit chatting away. So let me see. Yes, performers and characters. I have to say, going to Disneyland and meeting characters has been the best part of Disneyland, especially when you go with the marching band. And don't get me started on the performers. Performers and musicians and dancers, they're amazing, like you would not believe. So, I'll start with characters, like Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, characters like that. I walked with my friends. It was 3 to a group. So there was, I'll shorten their names. So there was Cass, there was Mag, and then there was me. So Cass, she was a bit of a grumpy person. I'll say that much. She didn't like Disneyland. She's like, oh, it's so fake. It's so fake. You know what? Just because you're not having a good time doesn't mean you need to ruin it for everyone. Um, Mag she was thrilled that she could even go because just the whole trip with the entire band going cost each person like $500, and that included uniform fees. That included us getting in audition stuff, and it included our hotel and our tickets and everything. Just because you're performing in Disneyland does not mean you get discounted tickets. Sometimes the chaperones will get discounts on the tickets. That's because they're chaperoning. I don't really know that much about it because I've yet to be a chaperone. I have like 3 more years. Well, 2. I'm turning about 19 this year. So here goes. I was actually having kind of a stressful time, and I have to give a shout out to whoever was being Woody that day in a California adventure. Best time ever. I was super stressed out, and there was an army guy there too. Shout out to that man. I don't know. I can't quite remember the date, and it was a couple years ago. Shout out to that man, because when he saw my marching band shirt, he asked if I knew how to salute. Immediately, that perked me up. Nobody in my band wanted me to salute, because they said, oh, your salute sucks. You don't know how to salute. So what I did was I did a senior salute, something that usually takes 4 years to learn, and I did it in 2 years. Actually, 1. I knew it was his freshman year. And he said that I would make an excellent soldier. These people are good at what they do. They can tell when someone's upset. And shout out to them who are really good at helping people. I mean, the person who was Woody. Excellent. Pretty much they decided to mock the stance I was doing. It was kind of sassy at the time, but it was fun. That was like one of my best times. That's what I loved. Performers, like, if you ever see them, Billy Hill and the Hillbillies, highly suggest the show. Hilarious. It's different every time. I'll have to tell more marching band stories, but pretty much, my, I can't remember, what was it, freshman? No, it was, yeah, it was my freshman year, and they pulled my group aside. We went to the 5 o'clock show and we were there till midnight. So after the show, we were heading out, and one of the cast members tapped on my shoulder and pulled my group back, and he asked, "So, where are you from?" And we're like, "Oh, well, we're from a city called Rancho Cordova." And he's like, "Never heard of that place." We told him it's a city not that far from Sacramento. And he said, "Okay, that's neat. It's nice to see people representing their cities very well, and you're well behaved during the show." So people notice that too. He's very well behaved. You're amazing. And we're performing here in Disneyland, and we said, "Yeah, we're performing tomorrow, Sunday. It's our last day in the park, so we're gonna perform." And they said, "Okay, hopefully all of us will be on our break tomorrow during your performance." We were like, "I'm sorry, this was a long time ago. I'm past graduation. Sorry, stop messaging me, Facebook. Sorry. I know it's like super early in the morning. It's 1:19 right now." And I kind of have something in my throat. But pretty much I said, "Oh yeah, 2 o'clock? Yeah, we'll probably be on our break if we don't get kept past." And we walked past them, and they immediately finished up their song and said, "Hey, look at them! They're performing later today." And they had crowds cheering for us, and we had a bigger turnout for that parade. Performers are great. They don't really have a set character to act as. They get like this attitude. They say, "Okay, act like you're from this time. Act like you do this and this and this. You have a skill. Oh, do this." And that's what made it very special in Disneyland, especially when you're performing. And another thing that happened was freshman year, we were at the perfect time of year where they have their Mother's Day. Their usual, like, middle of springtime, or we were at the tail end of the spring season. So we got to do their whole, like, Mardi Gras celebration and everything. We went in May. We always go in May. But sometimes it depends on what time in May we go. You can catch a parade, you cannot. Sometimes. What happened was, freshman year, we were in the middle of a parade with 2 other bands, and I play the clarinet. Still do. I was about to say played. I still do. And one of the jazz dancers for Around Tiana's Float came up and said, "Hey, do you know any jazz songs?" And I said, "Kind of, but not really." So when we're warming up in our little areas on our own, make sure our instruments work, make sure security didn't destroy them. Seriously, going in Disneyland, and when you perform, your uniform has to be in your bag, and they have to search your entire trailer, so they unpack everything, they open things. I had 3 good reads, brand new, nothing happened to them, and I had them unwrapped, because I don't like having wrappers with me. They broke 2 of my reeds. I had no spare reed. I had 1 reed, and I was lucky that it chipped right at the end of the parade. And, yeah, security is kind of rude to you. But, what can you do? Sometimes people have a bad day and they don't do their job always correctly. Because what happened was, they mixed up my shoes. My size 6 Asian tiny feet shoes with one of the boys, one of our drummers, who has size 13 men's shoes. I had clown feet shoes. And I told him this, and he laughed and he said, "No offense to the whole clown feet remark." But literally, when we found out that We didn't have any spare shoes. I had to march in size 13 men's. How am I going to do that? I'm going to trip. So what we did was we were taking like all the glove wrappers, shoving them in my shoes. I survived without tripping. But yeah, all the performers backstage, they're amazing. They all have the personality of being in Disneyland. At the same time, they're just people having fun. They're on the job, they're still having fun. That's what I really look forward to seeing in the future. That's what I love the most. I know I say I love a lot of things the most, but Disneyland is my childhood at heart. What else was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, sometimes characters do sneak up on you. Really hilarious, especially when your drum major looks almost the same as Peter Pan. So I started swing dancing with my drum major at Disneyland, and what happened was immediately the jazz quartet that was playing, I don't know if that's the proper, okay, ensemble, the jazz ensemble that they had, 4 people. It was great. They were playing and playing, and they kept cheering because we were actually dancing really well. And all of a sudden, I feel a tap on my shoulder. I turn around. There's Pluto. Pluto likes dancing to the jazz music, and we attracted a bigger crowd to Pluto. So sometimes characters do like that. And it's always fun to see stuff like that. Sorry, I have the news going too, if you hear it. So I think that's it for this story. I'll make another video, probably right after this, telling my many different stories of memories, good and bad, at Disneyland in California. So until next time, see you guys, 2014. Let's do this.